It's a lovely, beautiful Saturday morning. Thank you for joining us again on Lumen Morning Diary. Good morning, Eugene and Henry.
Good morning, Alice.
Yes.
Good morning, Alice, and good morning to you, our dear viewers there.
Yes, it's a lovely Saturday morning.
Looking so fresh.
Thank you so much.
Though in the month of July, it has come with its own implications. For me, I would say this week, the first 2 days of this week, it could be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It was very cold, and I couldn't imagine wearing a jacket like this, especially on the show. I was thinking to say on the breakfast show on Saturday, I think we need to have scarves and the like, the head soak, just to ensure that we keep ourselves warm.
It's very important actually, because yes, for the past, is it 2 or 3 days, it has really been cold, and I hope we are really keeping ourselves home, because of late bimfine bifuba babwera maningi.
And especially those of you who are taking care of children out there, make sure that they are not all over in the compounds without wearing sweaters. So let's make sure that they are in safe places. And the teachers in the schools, make sure that all the children are safe, because it's really cold.
Yes. Very, very important to take care of ourselves. Health is very important. Precaution really matters, if I may say. Yes, today on Lumen Morning Diary, we are looking at, we've seen videos circulating on social media of the minerals that we have here in Zambia. We've seen, I don't know if Henry and Eugene, you've come across of such clips on social media where people are looking for minerals in Mfumbwe, is it Mumbwa, if I'm not mistaken, and other places. Little had I known that Zambia has, we are blessed with such natural resources. Only when it happened recently, because people are flocking to Mfumbwe, going to look for God. What's your say about that?
For sure, it is a very interesting topic, Alice, looking at local Zambians discovering minerals, and our topic of focus, we are looking at it in a point where we need to hear from you, our dearest viewers. What is the way forward? Of course, you can participate and call us on the number that you'll be able to see on your screen later on, and you can also send us text messages to ensure that you be part and parcel of this show wherever you're watching us in all the 10 provinces of Zambia. And of course, it has come to our attention that minerals at our disposals, and to make it better, I would say so. Local Zambians are the one now discovering these minerals in different parts of the country. And the most unfortunate part that I came across early this year was what trended. We saw some civil servants abandoning work and rushing for gold mining. That was in the northwestern province of Zambia, but not knowing if at all this is still happening in some dotted parts of the country, like in Mumbwa, Mfumbwe, as Alice earlier stated. These are things that we are facing right now, where local Zambians discovering minerals, and the point is, what is the way forward?
It's indeed a very big question, Henry, to ask. You know, as Alice said, most of the people didn't know that we have this kind of minerals in the country. And not only to talk about that, the only mineral that we knew full time that we have was copper in the copper belt. But talking of gold, it was really something that looked like a myth to us. That's something that we used to just think as maybe it is just a story in the books. But now it is something that we now know that it is a reality. We have it, and it is right there. But it's so unfortunate that some people, it's now that we have started losing lives because of the discovery of those minerals. So I think it's a high time we look at it, and would want to hear from you, our dear viewers, what you have to say. What should be the way forward? What do you advise that happens so that we don't lose more lives, but we continue having those minerals for the development of this nation and our lives? Yes.
And I think the other question is that who is eligible to do this mining, who is supposed to be there, because we've seen even women are in the forefront. Back then this was a man's job. Most of the times we would see a lot of men in the mines, but this time women are also in the forefront taking part. We've seen videos circulating on social media where women are also taking part in this minings of this gold discovery in Zambia. Seems like nobody wants to fold their arms, so the question is, who should take part in this, who is eligible to do this gold mining?
Sure, it is quite interesting to talk about gold here, but the real part is that, of course, in the background, we had a discussion with Eugene where Eugene mentioned to say acquiring a license is actually very expensive than one can actually imagine, and there are procedures that one should take, but not knowing when will that market be constructed for minerals in Zambia, especially for the locals, because many other times we see these minerals for tasting are taken abroad, but who is eligible and what are the qualifications? Of course, we've heard about acquiring licenses, but is that easy for a mere Zambian to actually acquire that license? These are minerals that are discovered by Zambians, and what is the way forward? And of course, for one to be actually eligible, you need to have machinery, which is not an easy thing to acquire. Those are the few things that one would actually talk about eligibility for one to go ahead and do mining in Zambia.
Yeah, indeed, Henry. I think for the issue of licenses, I think those in leadership have talked about, making cooperatives coming together, then registering to say, you want to start mining. But it is not only about licenses. It is also, that land where that gold belongs to somebody. It is not a land for everyone. It is not a no man's land. I'm sure that land belongs to someone. So it also talks about the cost of maybe buying the land, or maybe registering to government. But that is something that is costly. And if you have seen most of the people who are involved in mining there, the young people. And not only the young people, these are the young people who have got nothing to do in these communities, and they feel that I think they are able to earn a life by doing, it's manual work for you to dig, and especially that we have already talked about, to say they don't have machinery. So for them to be able to dig and find those minerals, they have to be very much energetic. But it's good that we have discovered that we have the minerals. I think for me, my own opinion, the way forward should be maybe those who are able to find those minerals, because automatically these young people of ours, if they find those minerals, they cannot take them anywhere for themselves. So I suggest that the government should come in and say, okay, you people, let's have an order here. We are going to allow you to do this mining, but you are not going to sell these minerals anywhere else apart from the government. Then the government should be buying those minerals at a reasonable price. And then the government will use those minerals for the development of this nation. I think that way is going to help, rather than just going to the people and tell them to say, okay, you people move away from here. All of you are illegal miners. That way. And the other question that we may ask ourselves is that, those people reached to a number of 25,000. And we have got these people with their ears on the ground. Where were they all this time for people to reach that number? They were supposed to have come. Immediately they started saying, oh, people are going there for what? For minerals. Even the time they reached 5,000, they were supposed to have known what was happening there. Now that the number is big, I think it's a big challenge for them. For them to be able to disperse those people easily, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, and the other thing, Eugene, that I've come also to understand is that for one to have actually discover, you know, we're not talking about only mining. It takes someone to discover something, and we're looking at that energy that someone puts in, and then we need to have an amicable way forward to ensure that these minerals that are being mined by the locals, discovered by the locals, we must have an amicable way forward to ensure that everyone feel to be part and parcel of these things, because many of the times we've seen minerals ending up in the hands of these people that come from different parts of Africa and the world at large.
Yeah, and you are right. And the reason why you find that these people, the foreign people, are the ones who most acquire these minerals are the issues that we talked about in the first place. The issues of licenses, the issues of machinery. You get it. So for me, as a young people here, as a young person here in Zambia, it's very difficult for me to acquire a machine. Maybe let me just say a detector machine. You know, it's very, very, very expensive for me to get that machine. But if those people come, they come fully equipped, knowing what they are looking for. You get it? They come fully equipped, knowing what they are looking for. And the government also needs foreign exchange. And as long as those people that come meet the requirements, they will be given a go ahead.
For sure, it's high time that we actually engage our dearest viewers to ensure that we hear their views, what you think on this one, especially on the illegal mining in Zambia, especially these things that are being discovered by the locals, gold in particular. You can talk about other minerals, but all in all, there are things that we need to understand, that what is the way forward, especially for the locals that discover these minerals.
Oh yes, you are still glued to Lumen Morning Diary, where we have lined up a lot of exciting segments for you, such as the sports segment. We're so excited when we talk about sports because of the Africa Cup for the women, which is happening right now. When it comes to sports, we know Eugene has information about that. We are so excited. We can't wait to have more information about it. Yes, stay glued. And it's always important that we begin our day with the word of God. Of course, we'll hear the word from Father Arthur with the food for the soul. Continue to watch Lumen TV. For now, we go on a break. We'll be right back.